Styx is one of my favorite bands, has been forever, and I've followed them for a long time. When I go to their shows, there's one particular song that when they play that song, I become very emotional. And I can't tell you why, but it hits me very deeply. And I've been very lucky that Todd Sucherman, Styx drummer, has agreed to sit down and talk to us.
I started playing the drums when I was 2 years old. Like, my parents saw that when I would play my father's drums, even when they'd set me in the trunk of his car where he just threw his drums, he never had cases. To my dad, the drums were a tool to do a job, so he just throw them in the car, I'd rattle around. But they saw that I played with intent, and I was playing rhythms, and I was trying to get a sound out of them, as opposed to just a kid having fun hitting things. They noticed that there was an intent there. So, of course, they got me the little, paper, Mickey Mouse drum set, which is, demolished, very quickly. And then I got sort of a professionally made small scale down kit that I went through really quickly. And then when it was just before I turned 4, that's when my feet could reach the pedals. And so I could actually really play my father's drum set. And it was off to the races at that point. And my brothers were very proficient as well. So we would grow up, we'd go have a swim or throw a ball around, and then we'd go in the house and we'd work on music. So that was one of our activities that we did, and under the tutelage of my father, and we'd, play standards and, rumbas and, whatnot. Because from my dad's point of view, if you can play all these different kinds of music, you can work. You can be a valuable commodity, and that's I still think that's true. If you want to fill your schedule as a working musician, being able to be versatile and playing all these different kinds of music and knowing them, you can fill your schedule, as opposed to just doing one thing or putting all your eggs in one basket with one style or with one band. In my dad's world, branch out. So that's what we did. We worked on all different kinds of music. The inspiration for music in my life comes from the great gift of being the youngest in a musical family. It was the greatest hand that was ever dealt to me. So my father was a drummer, my mother was an actress, a singer, who could play the piano, and I have 2 older brothers, Paul and Joel, 5 and 7 years older than me. Paul was immediately gravitated to the piano. Joel played the bass guitar, and as an infant I fell in love with the drums. My father had drums in the house, and we had stereos in different rooms, and it was an incredible way to grow up from the time I was literally a baby into being a small child, because there would be Count Basie playing one night or Led Zeppelin playing another night, and it was a great way to grow up. And we all had our little stereo systems, and in diapers I would sit with my Mickey Mouse record player and play especially Chicago 2, the second record from Chicago, and Basie Plays Hefty with Sonny Payne on drums, and I would listen to those all day long. It never even occurred to me that there would be a world without music. I mean, what a gift to grow up like that, where you had music, comedy, and sports. There was always something to talk about at the dinner table. There was never the, "Gee, son, what did you learn at school today?" There was never stilted conversations like that at all, because I was lucky to have hip musician artist parents.